Hello and welcome to Quick Aid. My name is Komal Rane and today's topic of discussion is object-oriented programming. So let's begin. Before we start, do like and subscribe to Quick Aid to keep up with the freshly coming up content. Let us look at the agenda for the session. First, we'll understand what is OOP, what are the different OOP concepts which include class, object, method, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction with encapsulation. So let's begin. First, we understand what is OOP. OOP stands for Object Oriented Programming, and it is a concept of programming which is based on object which contain data in the form of fields which are called as attributes and code in the form of procedures called as methods. To understand more about object oriented programming, click on the I button. Some of the object-oriented programming languages include Java, Python, R, C++, Kotlin, PHP, JavaScript, and so on. These are most of the famous languages of the OOP. Now let us understand the different OOP concepts. OOP concepts include object, class, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. These are the most fundamental concepts of any programming languages and most widely asked interview questions. So let's dive deep into understanding each of them. First, we'll understand what is a class. Class is basically the blueprint of different data members and methods. A class is just an abstract concept and it does not exist physically. It is a theoretical concept we understand, but it does not physically exist in the code. To understand a class, we make use of the object. To implement the classes we are making, we have to create an object of that class, and we can call the class with reference to an object. Let us understand what do you mean by an object. An object is an instance of the class. If we need to access a class, we need to always create an object of the class. A single class can have multiple objects. Let us understand this with an illustrative example. Here we have two blocks. First block contains a class which have data members and method. The second block contains person. Person here is nothing but a class, and the data members of person include name, age, and city. And methods include play, eat, and sleep. Methods are basically the ability to do a particular function. So a person can do particular functions such as playing, eating, or sleeping. A person can also have different names. A person can be called George or Mary. These are nothing but the attributes of the person class. Let us understand what do you mean by method. To understand method more efficiently, we need to understand what are functions. Functions are basically a set of code which can do particular tasks. For example, in the previous slide, we have functions like play, eat, and sleep. A function can be called without the object creation. To call and access a function, we just need to write the name of the function. A function is created using def keyword in Python. A method is nothing but a function which belongs to a particular class. Since we have understood in the previous slide, functions like play, eat, and sleep belong to a class named person, so they are nothing but methods. A class is access to the creation of objects only. Now let us understand what do you mean by inheritance. Inheritance is one of the most important properties of any programming languages. Inheritance is a mechanism in which one class can take the properties of any other class. So when we understand and write inheritance in a codes, it actually reduces our task of rewriting the code again and again. There are different types of inheritance which include single level inheritance, multiple level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hybrid inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. We'll understand them in some another video. Now let us understand what do you mean by polymorphism. The word polymorphism is divided into two subwords meaning poly and morphism. Together they mean many forms. Polymorphism is the ability in programming to differentiate between entities having the same name efficiently. There are two types of polymorphism. One is called as the compile time polymorphism, which is overloading, and second is called as the runtime polymorphism, which is overriding. These are completely opposite and different concepts. We'll understand them in detail in the next videos. Now let us understand what is encapsulation. Encapsulation is wrapping up of data into a single data unit. It is a mechanism that binds the code and the data in a single unit. The data in the class is hidden from different another classes, and hence encapsulation is also called as data hiding. Here we will see with an illustration what is an encapsulation. Here we have a unit called data and code. Whenever we combine them, it is called as encapsulation.